I'm Pete. I live in Kendal with my wife Kate, and we have two children, Nat and Rachel. And we've been here about 5 years, I think, coming up on. So I'm a software developer at the moment. I work for a company based in Windermere. So mum and dad didn't really take us to church much growing up, although things like Christmas and Easter were always explained very much in a fairly traditional Christian context. In my, I guess, late primary school years, early teens, I went to Crusaders, and then subsequently was confirmed in the local Episcopalian church. Through uni, as I guess a lot of people over my kind of university years, I drifted away from that somewhat. Then rediscovered my faith in my, I guess, mid-20s, and haven't really looked back since. So been to a variety of churches over that time. I don't always feel necessarily a stranger or uncomfortable in church, but I feel church could be so much more wider than it is. Our churches can be, they can be very comfortable if you fit into the kind of, you think the right things, or maybe you're the right kind of age group or whatever it is. And yet so often people maybe don't think that they can fit in or that they'll be welcomed. I don't think in today's society people are necessarily going to think of the church first as a place to go when they're stuck with life's little issues or whatever. I like to be around people. I'm really no bones about that. For me, that's a big thing. I love even just walking my dog and chatting to random, if you bump into somebody when you're out, you've maybe never met them before, you may never ever meet them again, but I love to have a little conversation and see how things are going for that person. And it's very much about being in relationship with the people around about us. In a sense, it's almost been like that. We should be the model of Jesus that they see every day. And it should just be a natural part of our life. I'm going through a period of discernment at the moment about going forward for ordination. And I joined the course really off the back of a conversation I had with the DDO I'm working with on that. About a week after that conversation, I saw a flyer for the Taster Day, and thought, that's interesting that's come up following that conversation. So I joined the Taster Day. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Had a conversation with Johnny Baker from CMS, just around whether it might be a good fit or not, and he was quite enthusiastic about it and thought it would work well. So followed that up with a conversation with Richard, and here I am, however many months later, thoroughly enjoying it. On the course was three groups, three small groups, about 6 of us in each group or so, and we were asked to, each group given a different passage and asked to present that in a different way. We kicked around a few ideas and came up with the idea of doing a kind of almost social media chat. So we were thinking of WhatsApp in particular, but it could have been anything really, of representing the denial of Peter, where Peter denies Christ. One of the great things about that was being able to think of it in terms of different, just very light-hearted almost way of throwing that out there for somebody who wouldn't necessarily approach the Bible if it was done any other way. There's a lot of people on the course who are really very passionate about what they're doing, the context they're in, and have really great ideas to share. These kinds of things are always good for you because you see how much is going on as well across the whole of the north of England.